Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's graduation service for 2020. I'd like to welcome everyone to this special service. Hopefully you have prepared your home altars and are ready for this service. Adorn your altars with flowers or fruits or rice offering, maybe a bagel, something to personalize the service and made it very nice and ready for this service. I'd like to have you notice we have family members here. I think you met Sadie Sloth last week. He was here for our Shotsuki service, and husband, his dad and mom and baby are here today. Sho, mother is Sho and baby Tsuki. So together they're here, Sho and Tsuki. And you notice they have their masks on and their gloves on, so they are prepared and always reminding us to be careful and to watch out for ourselves and watch out for others around us, to wear our protective gear wherever we go, to the store or to the temple, wherever. The baby does not have mask because he needs to be able to breathe. Also here is Graduation Bear. So he's here because of the graduation service, and so Graduation Bear, he goes to these special graduation services pretty much all over the world, and so out of his busy schedule, he was able to join us here today at the Southern Alameda County Buddhist Church. So today, for our service order, we're going to be having the reading of the three treasures and the Daisanmon, and then after that, I will go to the altar and we will chant the Sangujo and the Juseige. This will be followed by silent meditation with the sound of the gong. So at this time, please join me and we will begin with the three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha, where we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciples of Buddha and be freed from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in the life of harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teachings. Now the Daisanmon. Ninjin ukegatashi imasude ni uku. Uppo kikigatashi imasude ni kiku. Konomi konjo ni mukatte dosezumba, sarani izure no sho ni mukatte kaku no mi o dosen. Daishu moro tomo ni shishin ni sambo ni kieshi tatematsuru beshi. Mizu kara butsu ni kieshi tatematsuru, masani negawakuba shujo to tomo ni, daido taige shite mujo o okosan, Mizu kara ho ni kieshi tatematsuru, masani negawakuba shujo to tomo ni, fukaku kyozo ni irite chie umi no gotoku naran. Mizu kara so ni kieshi tatematsuru, masani negawakuba shujo to tomo ni, daishu o tori shite issai muge naran. Mujo jin jin mimyo no ho wa, 100,000万号にも愛をことかたし、 我今検問し従事することを得たり、願わくば如来の真実義を消し立てまつらん。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ。Now we have the Sambujo and the Jew say get. Namanda, 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 namanda. 政府上昇学ガオ無料校不意大接種不採商便具政府上昇学菓子上運動幼少長実法苦行未消門政府上昇学利欲人少年小英修門業四具無上量一生天輪師人力現代公不詳無才道少女三苦名交際集約難会一永遠滅死根門永息小悪道通難前修門高僧上満足異様老実法日願修十期天候不言一種解放像公正六法上大集中説法四四苦供養一切物具足修徳本願礼心上満徳一三愛を女文無下知通難未不詳願学営力投資最小損志願薬効果大聖の感動国書天人東鎮妙慶Silent meditation. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Good morning, everyone. Again, welcome to this special graduation service for 2020. Certainly, we want to acknowledge all the students, all the different grades who are advancing, and we'll move on to the next grade, to the next level here at the temple as well. And so we do want to acknowledge all their efforts. It's been a very trying time, a difficult time with the shelter in place and adjustments for the school and for the temple. So many things had to change, and so we want to especially acknowledge everyone so that we recognize them and all their efforts that they have had to go through this year. So we thank them. We thank them for all their efforts that they have had to endure this year. So in particular, we do want to acknowledge Zoe Shakey Gamba. So she is our high school graduate this year. Zoe is the daughter of Glenn and Ginger Shakey Gamba, and long-time connections to our temple here. I was looking at the memorial wall here in the Hondo and noticing the Shakey Gamba name here, and others who have gone before us, Magoichi, Shinayo, Satori, Kimiyo, and so long connections to this temple, to this community. And so we appreciate not only Zoe, but the connections that her family has had here at the temple. So Zoe is a graduate of American High School and has been an active member of the Junior YBA here, doing a lot of things here at the temple. We appreciate that, and because of her efforts both at school and at the temple, she is the recipient of the Masuko Kitayama Memorial Scholarship. This is a special scholarship because it does acknowledge both her academic excellence and her efforts here at the temple, doing this and that, not only with the Junior Y, but so many things that do happen at our temples with bazaar and omon and endless activities that we have through the years. And so Zoe has been a part of that. So for this graduation service, I would like to read this Wasan by Shindan Shonin. So please join me in Gassho. What age and what people will not take refuge if they do not rely on the three treasures? How can the people of this world make straight what is twisted and bent? Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. So this Wasan is written by Shindan Shonin and written in his section to praise Prince Shotoku. So Shindan has written a number of Wasan verses, poems, to point out different aspects of the Jodo Shinshu perspective. And so here he is pointing to the three treasures. We read them earlier in English and Japanese to acknowledge the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and how they are able to ground our lives, to center our lives. And so through this, I wanted to share a story. You know, Sharman and I were at the Buddhist temple in Ontario, Oregon, the Idaho, Oregon Buddhist temple in Eastern Oregon for 12 years. This is where I met Sharman. And while we're there, we were able to get married, and this was in 2009. And there was a family, the Mizuta family, who were always kind and supportive, and the younger ones of their family, they had a young family, and the youngest one, Keegan, at that time was only 6 years old. And so he had two older sisters, and they wanted so much to participate and be a part of our wedding. And Keegan in particular, he was so little that we had a difficult time trying to find a suit that would be fitting him and appropriate for him to wear at the wedding and being a part of the ceremony. And so to think of him so little, 6 years old, and trying to get him dressed. And this year is his graduation ceremony and graduation from high school as well up there. And to think about it, you don't know Keegan, but to think of all the things that he has gone through, and now as a high school graduate, he's excelled in sports and a leader in his school, and so doing so many things, and for us to reflect upon that. And certainly each of us here have someone in mind, maybe a neighbor, maybe our own nephew or niece, and people that we acknowledge, remember memories of them being a part of the temple and growing up from being so little, and to do all the different activities that are connected to the temple, and finally to be young adults and to be ready to step into the world, to go to college and to look at this new place that they have in their lives. And so we can think of Keegan in our lives at that point of time, and here we can think of Zoe, we can think of others. Zoe had others a couple years older than her that maybe she looked up to as she was growing up, and that we know who they are. And maybe there are a couple younger ones still in the junior YBA here at this temple that have looked up to Zoe. And so this progression kind of continues, and we help each other along as we get to where we need to go. And through all this, we have the three treasures, the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, and hopefully they stay with us as these guiding and grounding principles that Shinran Shoningen is pointing to. We don't get done with it when we graduate from high school. They continue to be a part of our lives. Our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents have been touched and grounded by these treasures. And now we are able to carry these treasures on to where we are able to go. So when we look at the Wasan again, it's mentioning how can the people of this world make straight what is twisted and bent. And as we look at the world today with the pandemic, who would have thought that we would have to go through such a thing that would be so disruptive to our school, to all our activities and things like that. We look at the protests that are going on now in response to what happened to Mr. George Floyd, and all of these things. We can look at what is twisted and bent in our world today. We can look at the people who are protesting, and rightfully so. They have a lot of things to look at, to respond to reflect upon. And as they do this, we think about, what is the condition of our society? How can we make it a little bit better, a little bit better? We thought we had addressed this in so many times, and it's so disappointing to see these kind of things erupting again and again. So we see the protests, the protesters doing something like this. On the other hand, we see this violence, vandalism going on. Protesters, maybe they have an awareness of their connections to each other, connections to society, connections to what has happened in the past, that we've tried to address this, but very frustrating to see these things erupting again and again. On the other hand, this vandalism and people doing things that are not so much caring about what does it all mean, but maybe looking at selfish gain. What can I get out of this situation? How can I take advantage of this and get something for myself? And so the protesters, they are very respectful and aware of each other and what this time means and can mean. And on the other hand, vandalism, trouble, very disrespectful to what George Floyd and his family and so many others before him have gone through. So we see this whole spectrum of action and reaction, and how do we respond? How do we act? And the guides of how we act are the three treasures. We look upon these principles and have them guide us, continuing our own reflections of our families, all the things that they have had to endure, and it's been a lot. This is not just addressed to one community, one color. We have responded, we have been touched and hurt by these same types of dynamics, and so we want to see our own response, our own reaction. So we want to look at this very carefully, very closely, and see how we can respond. So I would like to read this wasan again. Please join me in Gassho. What age and what people will not take refuge? If they do not rely on the three treasures, how can the people of this world make straight what is twisted and bent? Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. Thank you again. Congratulations, Zoe and everyone else. Please come up and Oshoko, just like you would do here at the temple, but at your own homes, at your own altars, your obutsudan. So please come up and Oshoko or Gassho, excuse me, however you are comfortable to be doing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.